Hi, this is Coach Rudy, and I wanted to talk to you guys about what's been going on in my life lately. Basically, I have been trying to put everything together. I have been sick a little bit. Things have grown in my body all the years, and the pain and the agony that has grown and centered itself inside my body and caused a tumor. Actually, a couple, but the major tumor to grow a bit more. And with everyday stress and nonsense and work stress, unnecessary work stress too, and nonsense, it's taking a toll on me. Pharmaceuticals have caused that internal existence to actually form and grow. Well, actually, pharmaceuticals caused it to grow more, bigger, faster. With every breath I took last week, it was so hard to walk. It was so hard to breathe. But I walked today five times around the track, pushing a wheelchair. I was determined to make sure I get out of the rut of what I was not, what I was at one point to now. I mean, 2 weeks of agony and pain. I'm in pain right now as we speak, but a tolerable measure, and I'm trying to not focus on my pain. So I am here, and I say early on, thank you for everyone that is concerned about me. I appreciate it. Also dealing with a lot. Yes, of course, I took a plate and I went to a buffet line and I put a little of this on my plate, a little of this on my plate, a little of this on my plate. Okay, but I did not realize as I go down the way that even trying to help people, stuff was piled on my plate. So with that in mind, it caused a shift in reaction and a shift in reality for me, that I had realized that I should be valuing sleep more, doing the best I can to keep up with my exercise, and my health is the first thing I should take care of and not put it off for the sake of let's make a couple of dollars to make sure the bills are paid. I know it's easy for me to say that and not always easy for me to transform. So this is what I'm working on internally and cognitively to make sure that I can get it together. Cognitively thinking wise, I'm trying to make sure that I get more of essentially what I need. So I'm actually taking 2 weeks off of school. Focus on me and what's going on with me. Listening to my body. Since I already lost that being that was there, I never got to know that being, so I guess since I lost it, I don't know it. So it hurts a little bit because of maybe the lack of the loss, but it doesn't hurt as much as it could, because the only thing that hurts is the external remnants, the things that happen afterwards. So like if you have an internal, I hate to call it this way, but I'm gonna have to say it, some type of miscarriage. So like for instance, if you were, let's say you have a lot of baggage, you had something going on, and you have something in this bag, and the miscarriage is what comes through the bag and leaks off. And if that bag has a hole in it, then the substance of what's in the bag will go away. And in a sense of the bag, it is good and it can be bad. So until you get to the root of a problem, that's when you can deal with the quote unquote miscarriage or leakage flow or life transformation. And so as we speak tolerably in pain, a lot of things have happened and has come out greatly within my pain. I'm going to start on my series, my book. It's called Unleash the Powers with Prayer by Ruth Woods. And I'm going to go through the book and tell you, as I was in pain during that time, how it was really beneficial. And doing that book, I was in a place where I was so centered. My existence, my being felt so good. It was as if the Creator was just smiling upon me. He was feeding me internal bits and pieces. And it was so cool. And I lost that because of my lack of focus, and actually because I took my eye off the prize and lustily saw something else. Quickly tried to finish and do what I have to do, something else. And not totally concentrated on the content. Monetarily, I thought, how I'm going to make this thing work? How I'm going to make this? How is this going to affect the rest of my life? How is this going to be any different in my life? You know what I'm saying? Trying to get people excited about life at one point, because I was lost a lot during that time and didn't totally know how to bring everything together until we got to these videos. And now today I realize I need to share what is in that book, because I talked to my father, biological father, and he said, I see you did the book. I said, yes, and I did the children's book. And he said, I like that book. And I said, I'm also getting ready to go ahead and kick out another one. But I need some time away from school and some time to myself to be able to do that. So, and then my dad is like, well, how you been? Because I want you to get through the project. I said, well, Dad, I've been a little sick, blah, 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 blah. Well, let me kick out some money for you so that, you should have told me you were sick. I say, Dad, I can't tell you I'm sick. I have to. It was his birthday. Who's going to call and say, hey, Dad, I'm sick, I need something? Or, hey, Dad, I'm struggling, I need something? No, I'm going to actually call you and say, Dad, happy birthday. And I'm going to work through the situation best as I can until I have moments to speak with him about whatever. And that's what I did. I don't fault myself for doing that, because I feel like if I burden him with a problem, how is he going to enjoy his day? How is that going to cause anything but an extra problem? Because misery loves company. And then, if I burden him with the problems of my daily life, it's not going to make him feel good. It's going to be like I'm always having my hand out. Here, Daddy. Here, Daddy. Can you feel my hand? Can you fill my hand up with something? No, that's not the type of person I am. I try to work it out as best as I can. I make all different provisions. I write things down and work things together. Work with teams, sometimes on different projects or something like that. But in personal life, I haven't totally worked with anybody in my own personal life. Now I'm working a little bit with somebody in a course that I'm taking, and I'm helping them build their school. So they're helping us internally coach ourselves and coach everybody else. And that helps for real big things. So right now I'm getting to the point where This week I'll find out if I'm going to go through some type of surgery to take out all the poisons and toxins and the pains and the hurts of the carried on from years and years of stress and unnecessariness, and the stress that I bring upon now, which is because of family members living near me and all that, and not having no way of their life being built up, and they mess their life up. So therefore I'm trying to help them build, but it's gotta be up to that person to build what they want to build up. But I wanted to, usher them on and maybe make a project and see if I can get them on their way so that, maybe life will be better. And I'm focusing on giving, and I'm trying to stay very positive in my gratitude and positive in what's going on in my life and stuff that keeps happening. And my dad said, you have to thank the Creator for what you have inside you. And I thank the Creator for my brain. I thank the Creator for my heart. I thank the Creator that I can breathe, speak. And right now, believe it or not, I'm going to thank the Creator for pain. Let me tell you why. Because that's an indicator that something's wrong. Had I not had it, what if something like an appendix or something like that bursts and you don't never know? And you just die. Toxins in your body and you just die. Pain is real and it's there for a reason, and it's not necessarily negative all the time. It can turn out positive. I know people say, pop a couple of Advils, you'll be fine. Okay, you're masking the pain when you do that. If you don't find out what's really going on. Yeah, my hair look wild right now, but don't worry about that. The message is, I'm telling myself not to worry about my hair. The pain that I house inside me right now indicates something's wrong. So once that tells me something's wrong, I can work on that instead of masking it, not knowing something's wrong, and not working on it. See? And then there's this internal tumor I'm working with, right? So I have to be actually centered to actually burn that tumor out. And that's going to take a lot of thought process, a lot of positivity, a lot of purging, a lot of cleansing, a lot of. And do you say, well, are you ready for that? I'm trying. But health-wise, because it's draining me and it's seeping up, eating on me, and the pills they gave me, pharmaceutical pills that they gave me that they thought they were helping me with, caused another problem inside. So I have to cut out that problem and no longer be in pain. So this is Coach Rudy saying, embrace everything in which you are. Understand your body and what it's trying to tell you. Understand your mind and redirect it to the best way you can. And do whatever it is you have to do to stay positive, focused, and structured and centered. Okay? I look at my picture right here because if they had only centered my picture, I could look at the picture instead of looking to the side, which is the picture. It would have been nice that the picture was like in the middle. But again, we can do whatever we set our minds to. And when it's time, it's time. So whatever we can control, we work on what we can control. What we cannot control, we don't worry ourselves to death and cause problems in our bodies. Things we can't control, we don't cause problems in our bodies. We have to work on the fact of the matter is what we can control. And think about it and try to put things on the shelf that may pile up on the shelf. Like if you see my shelf back there, you see it? things you cannot control. Okay, I'm sorry, it just went dark all of a sudden and stuff. Okay, and then you can always go on the shelf and pick off something like a book or whatever whenever you want to read it. See what I mean? But at that time, ouchie, you put it on the shelf and it's a done deal. You can look at it if you want to, or you don't have to look at it, or you can grow a pile like I've been doing, growing a pile of this and that and the other. And one day I will go over here and I will look through all my stuff, and then I'll say, okay, what can I fix and what can I not fix? How can I fix this together and pile up something new, or get me a new shelf and put and stack all my books and papers together in a proper fashion. Right now it's semi-organized, and it makes me feel good when it's semi-organized. But this whole room, this whole centered universe section needs to be more centered and organized. And I understand this is going to take time, so that's why I'm taking my 2 weeks off to do and get myself geared up to get started on either another project or another homework, another classwork or whatever. I just needed to take a break away from class. Now, had I had financial gaining, then guess what? I'd take 2 weeks off of work. Make the haters at work be like, oh, what's she off of work for? Oh, I'm glad she's off of work. But before, I wouldn't even care, because at that time I'd be working on me. I'd have to focus on me, working on me. I can't worry about what's going over there at that school or place of job or where I was. I have to work on me. And that's the most important thing. Focus on you. Everything else is going to work itself out, except for bills. JEA will turn you off, or light company will turn you off if you don't pay them. So everything else except bills, and bills will be there too and work itself out. But the light company or basic essential utilities, you have to pay them, but they will work financially. Things will work itself out. You could either go to financial ruin, or if you stay positive, you can come up out of a situation. I've been debt free several times and got myself back in some before, because I got this mindset that, oh, I'm debt free. I'm supposed to be something. And then I listened to somebody and they said, oh, to be rich, you have to be in debt to be rich. Let me tell you, I had more financial liberties without debt. So, to each its own. Whoever, however you think about it. If you think you have to be in debt in order to be rich, that's you. I don't think you have to be in debt. I think you have to be content in order to be rich. Meaning that if everything's taken care of and paid, you have more room for creativity, positivity to flow. And that's all you really want. I mean, had I thought of that during that time I was trying to do real estate and all this and turn this and that and take my $7,000 over here to do this and that and over here and that and did and let somebody else convince me of some stuff. If I wasn't really into it, why not? I wanted to learn about it, so I wanted to explore and go for it. So you learn, you live and you learn. But again, I'm in something new and I'm still learning about that. And I'm building on it, and I'm gonna try to take my time on it. Even though they are rushing, they're like, oh, you got to get this done and this and that and the other and all this and all that. But my deadline is my deadline. My working things out is my working things out. I got 10 days before I have to pay for a car ticket, a driving ticket. But maybe when I get there, maybe the judge will say, I'll just reduce this ticket for you. You don't have to pay that much. And I'll be like, she's in, excited, happy, expecting. So I think from this point on, since it's the 20th, it's 10 days from now, I need to focus on not having to pay the bill and not having a high court cost at all. So that's what I need to focus on from this point on. So I'm going to go in that room and go and get my music and plug it in to charge up and get some positivity in on that AP3 and try to focus these next 10 days on not paying that bill. This is Coach Rudy, and I hope you enjoyed my rambling, and also there was some actually nuggets in there, you know, and stuff like that. Don't feel bad if you're a gambler too, but only if you gamble and your light bill need to be paid, or you gambled and your house bill isn't paid, or whatever, or you gambled off your essential gas money and you can't do anything. That's when you worry. But if you're just doing it for fun and recreation, and that's just one of those things. I'm not condoning or promoting gambling. It's up to you what you do. Alright, as long as you don't involve me in any kind of Ponzi scheme, I really don't care. Have a great day. Enjoy your life. Smile more. Be happy. Be free. And breathe. Oh my God, it feels so much good. Better to breathe without that inhaler from last week. Every step I took had to have my inhaler. And I usually teach myself how to breathe, right? But it felt like there was something in my chest that would not let me breathe. Free. I'm free. It feels so good to be free. All right. Talk to you later. Have a great one. Bye.